What is up, people of the world, I guess? YouTube, I don't know. This is noname4505 here for, unfortunately, another OU battle. Because my brain's just been thinking of OU lately, so, yeah, it's kind of what I'm going to do. And I got a new rain team that I came up with in school, so, hope you all like it, because it's a really good team, even though it is kind of centered, unfortunately, on the abuse of Volturn, which really isn't that hard to counter if you know how to, if you can sacrifice a couple of pokes and have a rapid spinner, because basically Volturn just relies on slowly wearing down the opponent with volt turning plus entry hazards. So yeah, before we get started, I'm currently looking for a 3rd gen Hamachi battle. If anybody does those, I'll leave my the server that I made and the password in the description there, as well as my Skype if you want to arrange something. But yeah, let's just get the battle started. So I'm going to lead off with my Mini 7 because it's so swaggy here. The person's going to lead off with their Fortress. I predicted them to switch into Starmie. Yeah, Starmie. And I've already teamed this person as a Sun team, so you're going to start setting up some Toxic Spikes after they get up their Stealth Rocks. So I'm going to set up my Toxic Spikes. They're just going to Volt Switch out, but this is it's a Calm Tentacle. I don't think it's max special defense, but it's pretty high in special defense, so it can take things like that really well. So now I'm just gonna rapid spin out and deal with that Starmie, because I know I can just wall it all day, and I'm just gonna protect up here so I can get more health back from the Rain Dish, plus my Black Sludge. And this person has a Fortress and a Starmie, and I thought that Fortress would be the rapid spinner, and that Starmie would be a very offensive Starmie. But I see the lefties there, which makes me think that it could also be a rapid spinner Starmie. That Fortress just has the 3 hazards plus the Volt Switch, but yeah, I think that's kind of weird. Anyway, he just rapid spins there, and I know that he's going to try and rapid spin away since I got my second layer of Toxic Spikes up. So I get my opportunity to go into Jewel the Jolteon, and, Jewel the Energy, if any of you have taken, like, Science or something. Maybe not, this would be kind of weird, but anyway, this is where, I just Volt Switch out, and I go for the Surf, and a Surf in the Rain takes that, but instead of setting up Stealth Rocks like I would have done, he just decides to Volt Switch out of there. I thought was kind of stupid, but oh well. So I predict this thing to carry the Ice Beam, since it carries T-Bolt that's probably Scald, Rapid Spin, T-Bolt, and Ice Beam. And yeah, I'm just gonna protect up here because yeah, I kind of like health. And yeah, gonna switch into Jolteon, predicting the T-Bolt. Get my health back, and I'm going to start trolling with the Volturn now. So there's a Volturn on that Cresselia that does a nice chunk, even though I know I am choice specs. Cresselia probably is more on the physical side, and he switches into his Kyuubi. Yeah, something that I realized last battle is that I spelled Kyuubi wrong, or for my upload to the Pokezoners, since it does have 2 U's like this guy's spelling it here, so yeah, sorry about that, but anyways, I just U-turned right up to my Politoed because I could get my Rain back up, and that's one of the abuses of Volturn. I just Toxic right here, but of course he goes into a Starmie. I actually predicted him to switch into something else. I don't even remember what, but Starmie does have natural gear. But anyways, he's just gonna T-Bolt again, and Jolteon can take those T-Bolts all day, especially with the Volt Absorb, and he just switches out to his Fortress as Death Fodder. I guess that's why he decided to save it, and I just Volt Switch on out of there. Go to my Bowie, and he's obviously bringing his QB to him. Get the sun back up, and I'll bring him back in TM87 because hey, I got swag TM87 because it's a Polytoad, and that song's become way too popular way too quickly. I was showing all my Pokemon people at school all that, and everyone's saying Team 87 now, and showing that to my non-Pokemon people at school, and they've all gotten into it too. It's just become way too popular, way too quickly. And it's still a really good song, at least for Pokemon songs. So he's just gonna recover here. And yeah, my last battle that I uploaded to Pokezone is I got trolled by a Starmie. I'm kind of getting trolled here, so I just protect, and that's gonna fail. But I just decided to stay in to get more health back, and he's just gonna go for a growth there. And growth apparently in 5th gen raises your attack and your special attack. I did not know that, but yeah, it does. So, fun fact of the day. But anyways, I just went for a Draco Meteor there, predicting him to switch out into something, probably his Ninetales, and I didn't want to go for a Surf because it would be in Sun. I knew that most of his team would like taking a Draco Meteor from a Modest Latios. You know, I'm Choice Scarf instead of Choice Specs because I already have a Jolteon that's Choice Specs. So, yeah, I finished off his Starmie at least, so now I can start setting up my hazards, and I'm kind of behind. And he has a Cresselia in OU, which it really deserves to be in because it is such a huge troll, and he's going to set up the Reflect there. He probably was dual screens. I don't know if it was actually because he wasn't light clay. Most things that are dual screens do create the light clay so they can get 8 turns of screen up instead of 5. But yeah, that Reflect is not cool, especially to my Caesar, which is really the only physical thing on the suit. So I guess it's not that bad, but oh well. So anyways, I get 1 layer of Toxic Spikes up, and he's going to get a crit with the Energy Ball there. I'm going to fire off a Draco Meteor. It's not going to kill him, and this is hacks number 2 for my opponent right here. I could finish him off with the Draco Meteor, but it misses, which sucks, and he's going to be able to recover back health with the Moonlight. And yeah, that really sucks. So now I'm down in the hacks count. And then he gets hacks number 3 since I'm frozen. So now he's like 3-0 in the hacks count. And now he's going to set up his Reflect there. It's going to be real annoying. So then he's going to send in his Kyuubi again. He's only going to take normal poison instead of bad poison since I didn't get my next layer of Toxic Spikes up. And anyways, I don't want to take a Fire Blast from that thing, so I'm just going to switch out and bring in my Kyuubi, and he's just gonna roar me out here, which really sucks. So he's gonna take a Flamethrower, but I know since I got the rain up, I can still take one. And I thawed out there. I didn't even show the freeze here on the log, but I still was frozen. And I set up my Stealth Rocks, and I know since that Starmie is dead, and if he carried Rapid Spin on that Fortress as well, that was also dead, so I could set up my entry hazards with no worry. He's going to set up his Reflect, which I predicted, but I'm just going to whirlwind him out. So it can't stay in case it does have the light screen, I can't set that up as well. So I'm just going to go out to my TM87 here to kind of wall this thing in case it did have the Earthquake. I didn't want to send in my Tentacool, especially since my Tentacool can't take physical hits at all very well. And I didn't want to take a Fire-type attack with Skarm. As I predicted him to switch out to his Venusaur there to take a Scald or something, which is why I did go for the Ice Beam, but regardless, it is able to kill him, which is nice. And that Venusaur is still going to take some entry hazards damage, excuse me, even though he's going to be able to get rid of the Toxic Spikes. And because it isn't the rain, I'm able to take the HP Fire, and I do have actually quite a bit of HP investment in this Caesar. So, yeah, it's not full HP, but it's like 242 or 248 or something like that, but it's a ton. So it's also kind of helping there. So as he just goes and gets his sun back up, and I'm not going to let him get his sun up at all. I'm going to go right back out to TM87 to get the rain up. And, yeah, this is where he forfeits, because this is basically just a huge battle where I'm just switching in and out and slowly wearing down his team, which is basically kind of the concept behind Volturn, which is what helps to get entry hazards up. So I guess you can call that a 6-0, but it wasn't a flat-out body bag 6-0. I might actually leave a link there of this NU battle that I had, where it was 8 turns, and I pretty much whooped him. So, yeah, about my hockey team, if any of you guys are wondering about our playoffs, which I'm sure most of you really don't care, but whatever, our team's going on to round 2. We had our first game of the playoffs today, which is, really awesome, and we were able to win 2-1. So, yeah, also Ottawa Senators shutting out Boston Bruins, really awesome. I know they did beat them 5-3, and they beat them a bunch of other times, so, credit to them for that, but I really don't like the Bruins or their fans, especially, so it was good to, finally shut them up, and, it was also good to prove a lot of them wrong, because it was a lot of the Boston fans especially saying how Ottawa could never beat them because they were a team basically destined for 30th place. But, yeah, the Sens proved them wrong, and now the Sens are only 1 point behind them. So, go Ottawa. Eric Karlsson for Norris. Once again, if you want to hit me up for a 3rd Gen Hamachi battle, which is kind of what I'm looking for, any of them, Gen 1, Gen 2, or Gen 3. Just go find me. Go find me on my Hamachi server, which I'm going to leave down there. And we can also arrange things. I'm also going to leave my Skype down there if you want to hit me up on that. Or you can message me through YouTube or something else like that. So, like, comment, subscribe, and peace.